Xbox understood that no one likes Xbox, really. PlayStation is literally shit, though. What a time to be a console fanboy.
Well, everyone, today we have got a victory to celebrate because the mandatory linking of your PSN account, or, making of one, for PC gaming has just died a quiet death, which is quite nice, and rather funnily, well, Sega have just went and done something.
That sounds impossible. There is no way PlayStation is gonna give up on that. It's a matter of time, but it's happening.
Very similar, but they've done it in the right way, and it's basically what Sony should have done in the first place, which is just a little bit humiliating. This all came out via a blog post that basically is admitting that this whole sort of strategy failed, right? Trying to use the stick failed, now they're going to be using the carrot, and it's all in time for the launch of Spider-Man 2 on PC, which is also something we gotta talk about. So the way it's going to work is...
Who cares about Spider-fucking-Man 2 on PC? Man.
Instead of mandatory account linking to access like any of your online features, now it's just going to be, if you link your account, you will get some sort of bonus things or benefits, which basically just means skins, the odd booster, that sort of thing.
Do people even care? I'm sorry, but on average, currently making an account anywhere gives me more free shit. What? Why would I be enticed by some kind of one random skin for a thing that I don't even care about? Well, how is that a selling point?
Which is funny. Strong-arming PC gamers is really not a great plan. It doesn't seem to have worked, caused a bunch of pointless drama, and they've just went and done the opposite. Now, it's all kind of funny because this is happening with Spider-Man 2. It's not really worth me doing a full video on Spider-Man.
I mean, are we talking about Spider-Man or Miles Morales Spider-Man? There's difference.
Spider-Man 2, it's just another Sony port, but it is always curious to see platform-specific port release reviews that also involve a bit of a reappraisal of the game, like now that it's actually been out for a long time. And certainly there are some reviews that are way more harsh than, I guess, the average that you used to get. As an example, man, the PC Gamer review, like, it gives it a 57. It calls out toothless writing and a bit of an old-fashioned open-world design, which does line up with my biases for a game like this.
See, this is why I don't take any kind of game reviews by websites seriously. What do you mean, old style open world? No new style open world games have succeeded. Everyone tried to innovate on the World of Warcraft formula, and guess what? Everyone understood. Wait a minute, the World of Warcraft formula is actually good. Tap targeting kicks ass, in fact. It's the best way of targeting. Until they are gonna, implant a thing in my brain, and that's gonna be different. But there's a little bit time and a little bit more monkeys to be killed until that happens.
But it also really slams them in the port. Now, it's also then interesting because Game Rant actually frames this as an amazing game, but they give it a 6 out of 10 nonetheless because of the quality of this port. It absolutely doesn't look like this is a game you should be buying right now based on that port quality, and Steam's 64% user score is full of reviews that are just pointing out
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 2 is kind of the literal nothing, honestly. Plus, it has wokeness in it.
Performance and crashes, which is obviously not great for Sony. And as always, the quote from Insomniac leadership comes to my brain. Quote, "Is 3 times the investment in Spider-Man 2 evident to anyone who plays the game?" The inherent answer in that is not even they thought it was. Now, this is not really to slam Insomniac because the port is on Nixie's, not them, but it does have an implication on profitability and PlayStation's overall business. So, it's a mixed launch, but there is a good change in their overall strategy, so let's dive into it. What you may not know is the underlying trend that actually got us here. You see, PlayStation had quite a big problem. Half their audience was on the PS4, right? They were not moving on to the PS5. The adoption rates have not been fast. The PS5 has basically kept up with the PS4 in terms of its sales performance, but you would have expected it to have grown given that the market has grown. And overall, we are seeing that investment, like from gamers in console stuff, is actually fairly flat. And this, of course, means for Sony, oh shit.
I'm sorry, but I don't even want to I don't even want to start explaining how those last 5 sentences were stupid. And actually, they go against the narrative that one sentence destroys the meaning of the other sentence. Like, How do you say things like that?
Because their future big new games are going to be selling to
Woo!
so much fewer people if they're PS5 only. The way to get around this was to start porting things to PC and then to integrate PC with their now infamous live service plan, the one that we just covered the partial gutting of. Now, to pull this off, Sony made a key decision, the sort of decision that informs everything else that would happen. They wanted a unified account system to manage all of their games, and from Sony's perspective, you can see how this makes sense. It means better moderation, it means achievements being unified, and of course it means juicy player data to wave at investors, because you will get some player data from Steam, but if you've got all your own telemetry running, if you've got your own account system, then you get the data that you want. And that sort of thing is actually worth a shitload of money to businesses. Now, for this plan, Helldivers 2 should have been the thing.
Honestly, you know what? All of this is a fucking scam, okay? For example, I can write literally now, considering Microsoft is listening into the microphone and doing all of that stuff, I can talk about wanting to buy. I want to buy a new wooden dresser. I don't, but it's gonna pick up on the keywords wooden dresser, okay? Or furniture in general. I want to buy furniture, and you know what's gonna happen? After a day or two, I'm gonna start getting ads about furniture. This happens constantly. No, seriously. I'm talking on the phone with someone about not gonna name what, and suddenly, oh, look at that, ads for my things. Like, and it's the most inefficient thing, because these ads, they're gonna be on my PC. They're gonna be constantly shown to me for like a month straight, and they don't care that I already bought it. They don't care that I have it. They just know that, oh, he mentioned a keyword, and that means that ads need to be shown. It's a scam. Like, these ads are so goddamn inefficient on average.
Thin end of the wedge, and it should have happened in a different way. It was planned to have happened in a different way than it did. You probably remember the drama, right? It was as if Sony just woke up one day, saw, oh shit, Helldivers is doing really well. Let's force accounts on them because we need more accounts. We want all that data, now that it was a wildly successful game. But in reality, that is not what they had planned. Actually, this whole account linking system was supposed to launch alongside Helldivers 2, so that with Helldivers 2, you never would have questioned the PSN account thing because it would have been there from the beginning. But of course, if you remember the Helldivers 2 launch, it was a complete shit show. The game did way better than they thought, and that requirement was dropped, right? So Arrowhead did not have to do it, meaning that rather than being a baseline part of the deal, it felt like Sony later changed the deal to basically make you jump through hoops for their own benefit, which sucked. But they also had not...
Was that even a thing? I mean, theoretically, the Helldivers situation is a lot slightly different. That when Helldivers dropped, there was always plans that you're gonna have to have a PSN account, but they never implemented it. And then at one point they said that, okay, it's finally time to do it. And no one liked it, obviously, because I know, listen, if you're gonna ask me to create more accounts than Steam, my answer is just no. I'm gonna probably just choose to not play your shitty game, okay? I don't want another account.
Considered some very obvious things. PSN is not available globally. Steam is available globally. If these things don't match up for you, you're going to have a problem, and that meant that for over 100 territories, you just couldn't play the game. And the response to the whole drama was just to say, quote, "We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable." Which really made it seem like they were going to change something, but after that point, just about every newly released game did require a PSN account. But that is until today. The basic story is that the stick is now gone and they're replacing it.
Yeah, no one likes PSN. No one likes making new accounts in general. Listen, I'm playing a game. I'm buying a game to play a game, not to register a PSN account, get some fucking retarded newsletter in my mail that I can't even properly get rid of because reasons, and that's it. I don't want that. I will. Like, a huge part of me choosing a game to play is literally the fact that I don't need anything else but Steam. If I need to register one more new account, No, I'm maybe not gonna play it because that seems too much.
With a carrot. So no mandatory account requirements for Spider-Man 2, Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, God of War Ragnarok, and Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. But of course, they do want you to make an account. So now, if you make a PSN account and you link that account, you'll get some rewards. What that means is early access to various cosmetics and some XP boosts, and then what were pre-order cosmetics for Spider-Man 2 are now going to be linking rewards, and there's some cross-promotion where Last of Us Part 2 Remastered offers an Ellie skin from Naughty Dog's upcoming game, Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. So I guess they're just trying to.
Yeah, I'm sure people want to be ugly looking bald woman skin. Yep.
Get a little bit of cross promo going there. But to me, the bizarre thing is this Policy 180 is not the first time that they've done like optional linking rewards. So Horizon Forbidden West quietly tested the waters here with a PSN linked account bonus. Ghost of Tsushima only had the Legends multiplayer mode be the hook. And this really was a strange flip-flopping because after that, they just whiplashed back to mandatory linking for 3 straight releases. It's hard to say exactly why, but there are some fundamental things. I mean, do you know what's bad for sales?
No, but I do know why they did this, because it seemed like, yeah, well, people are linking it, people are not... This is literally what they did. They just added these options for some games, and people did not make a huge fuss about it. This is why I'm constantly saying, hey, if you don't like something that's happening, there is no such thing, it doesn't affect you. Everything affects you, everything everywhere affects you. So you need to speak your mind about everything that happens. Don't be a loser cuck who is afraid to speak your opinion. Say it how it is and deal with what happens. That's life. That should be life. Do you want to live like a man or do you want to live like a bitch? Well, one of them is the correct answer. And spoiler alert, it's not the one where you have your tail between your legs like a loser. That's pathetic. And you're not going to even enjoy that life, okay? So always make it known. Because this is how little they needed to actually do this. They tried to do this for other games, for smaller things that no one gave a shit about. No one said, oh, this is stupid, bad, I don't want to get it out of my game. And they were like, well, seems like no one has any objections. Let's go. That is how little you need.
Friction at any point of the process. Even if it is a tiny requirement in your end and you think it's only a few seconds, players shouldn't actually care, if it's enough to piss somebody off, it does matter, and it will count as a reason not to buy a game, and you'd be surprised, wrote large, how many sales that could cost a company. But the bad news is that region locking is still a problem here. They've tried to work on it, and the list has shrank down to around 130, which does sound massive, but then you will realize, I mean, it does include North Korea. So there's a few countries where sanctions mean, like, obviously they're not going to be servicing customers there. But here's actually where it gets kind of interesting, because we have seen some curious little movements lately. Horizon Forbidden West had a brief moment where someone seemingly, right, tried to apply blanket region lock policies without considering the specific game. That basically then got undone. People noticed it. It was a little bit strange. And then with Helldivers, they are actually expanding availability, but it still isn't really that much. So basically what they're doing is they're adding territories through their parent nations, like Greenland via Denmark. And if you're watching this in the future, bear in mind, I've recorded this video before World War III. Anyway, the problem is not fixed yet, but it does seem to be getting better. There's a fundamental problem here, though. Steam is global, PSN is not. If you're using Steam in a country without PSN, you are shit out of luck, and it basically seems that Sony cannot be seen to ask people to sign up.
Why the hell is Estonia first one in an alphabetical list? Also, fuck you, Estonia. You know why.
For an account in a region that they don't support. But the hilarious thing,
but I also
Sega's
love you.
Basically gone and got almost all
you
the
also know
benefits,
why.
None of the pushback, and no one cared. The Sony backlash happening would make you see Sega's new unified account service and think, oh god, they're doing it again, there's going to be a drama. But no, here's how it works. You make a profile, you get cosmetics, and then you're done. There's really nothing else. They've launched it in PC and consoles, it's got incentives from day one, and basically if you're a fantasy...
By the way, this is also a very stupid thing that they are doing, by the way. This account making shit never works. Okay? You know what's the problem with this? Sure, maybe you get someone to actually make an account, but they're gonna make this account. They have no games to play on that account. They're just doing it for free stuff. And in the next years, they're not going to play anything. Sure, they have an account, but when they actually have something that requires your account, they're going to have to go through the process that they probably don't remember the password that they used. They don't remember the logins. They don't remember anything. And it pisses them off. And even if there was something they wanted to play, they're not going to play it because now they need to recover an account. It's really tedious and annoying and all of that crap. So you kind of just screw yourself in the long run by doing this often.
Star player, you got a new emote, you got some resources. If you're like a dragon player, you got a Kiryu costume for signing up at the launch window. It's as simple as that. None of it's forced, and it is less deeply ingrained with their games because I don't think they had the foundational, we are going to have a live service empire span onto the PC and span onto Steam, which is obviously what Sony were thinking about. What it essentially is, right, is a really big email list. But it's an email list that will...
Dude, Like a Dragon should add Bucky characters. That's one franchise where you can add Bucky characters, and it would work wonders. I actually forgot. Hanna, Bucky, Hanna... No. Bucky... What's his name? I'm gonna Google it. Bucky characters. Let's see. It's one of the first ones. Oh, Karo Hanayama. Damn, that's that. I forgot that. But that is a man. Okay, put that in the Yakuza series, the likes of dragons. It's gonna be perfect. Okay. Hanayama is gonna be just beautiful. It fits in perfectly. Okay, Bucky characters. I mean, look at this. Wait. Hanayama. Let's see. Okay, listen. Gonna share screen. Watch this. Okay, listen. This is what they could add to the series, and don't tell me this is not exactly what every single one of us wants. Okay, this is absolute peak perfection, and you know it. It is life. Okay, it is truly beautiful.
Will tie telemetry to users, and that is important. That's because Sega have got big plans for live service games. Funny enough, just like Sony did. And I think Segas are insane. I mean, I'm not bullshitting you. They literally have planned an MMO version of Crazy Taxi. Yeah, Crazy Taxi, the MMO. I don't know what to make of that. And similar for Virtua Fighter.
It's not happening.
But basically, with those emails being obtained, Sega will bring millions of people into their information sphere. And it's just like...
What? Does Bellier just, like, get these crazy ideas to talk about something at random? Because these are gaming companies. Sure, they can sell your personal data, but that's not how they make their money. That's how Facebook makes their money. And it's only working for Facebook because they have 1 billion people to sell the information of. Not like Sega, where it's going to be lucky to have like 2 million people playing their game. Like, this is Billiard. This is not how these companies make money. They make money by selling games and microtransactions and stuff. My God, please stop. Anyway, that was Billiard. 10 out of 10. Bye.